Hello. I thought today I would put my money where my mouth is and actually do one of the activities from all the sheets I've been sending out to you. So today I'm going to make hot cross buns, which I have made before at the Good Friday event with some of you, and it's a real shame not to be able to be with you today making them, but we can make them at home maybe, or you can just watch me make them. So I'm not going to say how much is in each ingredient because that's on the sheet, but I have got my flour, and just get any flour because we've got to use what we can at the moment. I've got yeast, salt, sugar, mixed spice, and it says currants and dried fruit, but I've literally grabbed what I've got in the cupboard, which is sultanas and leftover cranberries from Christmas and a few other bits and pieces in there. Then I've got my egg, milk and melted butter, which I melted in the microwave. All right, so the beauty of this is that you have a dry bowl and a wet bowl. So it's nice and easy. You just put all the dry ingredients into the dry bowl. So chuck the flour in. So it'd be really fun to have somebody to help me do this, but just get to it on my own. Sugar, yeast, salt. What about the currants? Do I put those in? Let's have a look. Yeah, I think so. Chuck them in. And they're a bit dry and sticky. And some mixed spice, a level teaspoon. This is where you want to make sure you really have got your mixed spice, not your paprika or curry powder, because that would be horrible in a hot cross bun, not in other things. Okay, so mix all those together like that. Really nice, easy stir. Then you need to do the wet bowl or jug. So I've got the milk here. I'm going to add in, what does it say? The egg and the milk and the melted butter all in one. So I'm going to put those all in. Oh, that made a nice noise. And then I'm going to mix them all together. So I'm just going to grab a fork and give them a mix. There we go. Eat that egg. Excellent. Right, that's a bit sloppy, isn't it? I've made a mess. Okay, so all I have to do now is gradually mix the egg mixture into the dried ingredients a little at a time. So I always like to make, can you see in there, to make a well in the middle. That just means a like little hole in the middle there. And then gradually pour it in. Can you see? Pour it in and stir. Pour in a bit more and stir. A bit more. And stir. Right, I'm just going to put the whole lot in and give it a good stir together. Okay, so hopefully by this point you are getting a nice sticky dough. That is very sticky. So the next thing you need to do is, what does it say? Tip the mixture onto a flour surface and knead well. So there we go, it's my floured surface. And I'm going to tip the mixture out. It does say it's okay to be sticky, but you can add extra flour if it's too sticky. Okay, right, are you ready? Oh look, it's so sticky. Okay, it says to knead it. This feels more like squelching it. Let's have a look. Knead well until you have a smooth dough. Ooh, let's see. The thing is, I like baking with children because it always seems to sort of work. But when I do it on my own, I'm not actually a very good baker. So let's see. Ew. Okay, I'm going to use more flour. What a mess. I think we have got a nice smooth dough. It's actually still a bit sticky, but I think it's good enough. So now it says put the dough back into the bowl and cover it with cling film, and then put it in a warm place to rise for an hour. So I'm going to do that, and then in an hour's time we'll come back and we'll carry on. Hi, so we've waited an hour and I think the dough's risen. I'm not actually sure. I can't remember what it looked like before. Anyway, now is the time to put the oven on. And then make sure you've got your baking trays prepared with greaseproof paper on top. So I'm going to put those over there for now. Now, this is the part where we try and take the dough out. Oh my goodness, it's so sticky. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to divide it into 12 little balls, shape them into sort of bun shapes, put them on the trays, and it says to, let's read it out, it says, set the buns well apart on the prepared trays. I guess so that they don't all splurge together. Okay, I'm going to get a knife. Let's do it. Now I have to leave them again to in a sort of warm place until they've doubled in size. So I don't know how long that is going to take. But it did strike me that while we're doing all the waiting for the dough to rise and waiting for things to change, it's a good time to think about Easter Saturday. So after Good Friday, the disciples and Jesus' friends had to wait until they could go back to Jesus' body on the Sunday. And they weren't really sure what they were waiting for. I don't think they really knew what to expect. But it's something to think about while you wait. Okay, I'll see you later. Okay, so I have waited about half an hour, and again, I don't think they look like they've doubled in size, but never mind, we'll do the next step and have a go at cooking them. So the next thing that you need to do is to make 2 cuts on the top of each bun to form a cross. So I'm going to do that. Okay, now I'm going to put them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm going to do some more waiting, and then I will see you again and we'll see what's happened. Let's put them in. Okay, the timer's gone off. I'm going to have a little peek. Okay, the small ones on the top look done. Let's have a look. Oh yes, they're quite well done, aren't they? Right, now is put them onto the, what's it called? Not the drying rack. Airing rack, something rack. They don't really look what I was expecting. That one looks a bit small, but never mind. That will do. They are a bit hot actually. Okay, so I'm going to leave them here to dry. I'm just going to brush them with this glaze. It's just sugar and water, so it'll make them look a little bit shinier and hopefully a little bit more edible. Right, so I'm going to leave them to cool down, then I'm going to give them a taste test. Now it's very tempting to just sort of go into the packet and say, here's one I made earlier. Let's see, how do they compare to a shop bought one? I don't know. Which one would you prefer? Let's see. Okay. Brilliant. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. I can't believe how long it's taken to make them. Glad I've spent the afternoon making hot cross buns. Happy Easter. Bye-bye.